Girl, okay. Okay. Alright, baby. Tonsillitis, sinus, yeah. She's full of shit. Let's try that again, child. What's going on? I'm like, I will explain in the fucking car. We need to go. I need to get it together. I need to get it together for y'all. I need to get it together for y'all.
Give me love, not enough for you. Day or night, it's alright. You could just pull through slow wine. Take your time, put in work. I'ma put in work on you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Put in work on you. Ooh, ooh. I'ma put in work on you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Put in work on you. Ooh, ooh. I'ma put in work on you, baby.
Hi guys. And for those of you that didn't know that this channel was still functioning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if it's your first time here, hi my loves, welcome to the dysfunctional love and light family, because the head of this house is a freaking mess. Guys, I know we're all like, Kumasi, what happened? You just disappeared for 9 months. I took an impromptu hiatus, an unplanned hiatus, because remember in the last video when I said, and I hope we all have a lovely, prosperous 2022. I hope you don't take any L's. I hope this year is all about dubs. Baby, this year had hands. I took L's, okay? I took L's. And I couldn't get myself together for long enough to like sit here and do story time for you guys. And I know if you follow me on other socials and stuff, like you'll see that I've been doing things with my life that have had me busy. So I appreciate those of you that have been keeping tabs on me. What other way to crown season 2 than to put a crown in season 2? Come on, Tiara, I know that's right. I'm excited to do this with you. What am I drinking today? Today we're drinking just like red wine. Please don't look at my goddamn nails. I told you life has had hands. You looking, I caught your ass. I caught that ass. I'm gonna try and talk like a normal person because I'm actually recovering from tonsillitis, which I've had for the majority of the week. If you are new to the Love and Light family, please ensure that you subscribe, and then this part goes for everybody. Like, comment, share, tell your mama, tell your daddy, this is where it's at. So as you can see by the description and the thumbnail, I don't want to take too long for an intro because I know you guys have been waiting for a story time from me for a while. So as you can see by the intro of the story time, this is the story of how I went to a party. I went to a high school party and I got mono. Yeah, because like Minnie, how did you do that? How did she do that? At the age of 19, how did she get? Anyway, child, we're about to get into it. So grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, get comfy. Let's get into it. Get into. So this story takes place in August of 2016, right here in our beautiful home country of Zimbabwe. I was 19 years old. I turned 19 in July. I was going through a ringer of a heartbreak. There was a boy that I liked and I had been vibing with for 7 months. And then a friend of mine came in and was like, oh, I'll be your wingwoman. I got your back, sis. And snatched that nigga from me. Like snatched him, took him and was like, he's mine. And was shoving it in my face that she had him and I did not. Do you know I tell you hoes to watch your friends around your spouse and or significant other? Even if it's around your potential, you need to watch these hoes. Watch your friends. Anyway, Tatiana, that's Tatiana right there. From Storytime 1, that's Tatiana right there. That Willow will not get its own story. I'm probably gonna give y'all a story time. I really don't let shit go. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Anyway. In August of 2016, I was not 100% sure whether or not they were dating, but I know that they'd been vibesing, and he had been playing like this very hot and cold game with me where he'd like give me attention and talk to me again and treat me like his bestie and, you know, all of this attention, only for me to realize that he was only doing that when she wasn't giving him attention. So it was like a chain of, if I don't get attention from you, I'm gonna give it to somebody else. Baby, it was a mess. I didn't know if they were officially together or not. And the one day, baby, I open Instagram and I see that they have posted the same picture onto their profiles where they're like all very close, very like looking intimate and cute and cozy, and they've tagged all these couple pages, and the caption is some fucking nonsense about, hey, we're meant for each other, oh my god, love lives here, black love, we're a forever team. When I tell you I spiraled, a girl spiraled. I spiraled. It was a real problem, actually. I'm not gonna say how badly I spiraled. I think we'll talk about that at a later stage. But let's just say that after seeing that Instagram post and like the after events of what happened, I decided never, ever, ever again in this life to drink on a broken heart. No, baby, cry it out. Sing, yell, scream, fight, run, cook, punch, lie down in the shower. Don't drink on a broken heart, babe, because you won't stop. Obviously, my girls knew what was going on with me, and I had one really good friend. We'll call her Serena. And Serena had known what was going on. So about a week after I'd seen this Instagram post, mind you, I had been home by myself for about 3 weeks because my mom was out of the country and my sister was at uni, so I had the house to myself. But I didn't like people in my house. So it was always like, yeah, invite me out. Let's go get twisted. I can get home whenever time works for me. But don't come to my house. Don't come to my house. Stay at your place. Stay at your goddamn place. We are not hanging out in my house. So Serena had hit me up and been like, hey, I got the connect to a house party. Do you want to come? And I was like, yo, I don't know, eh? I'm not in a good space right now. And, you know, I'm still heartbroken. And she was like, yeah, the best way to get over someone is to get under someone else. But for me, my version of getting under someone else at the time was just like making out with someone. At the time. Do what you want with that statement, girl. I ain't saying nothing. Oh, yes, sis. Hey. You know, the wine hits the back of your throat and you're like, baby. So Serena was like, listen. Just come to the party. You'll have a good time. It'll take your mind off of it. And I was like, no, but what if he's going to be there? Because, you know, like, he runs the same circle of people as, like, everyone. Like, he has so many friends. And she's like, girl, he's not going to be at this party. Can you stop fucking worrying? This is not... I don't know if I ever gave that school a nickname. Let's just call it Ruby Rose. Let's call it Ruby Rose. Because all them niggas is hoes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It came out like that. Blame the rhyme. Don't blame me. So he went to Ruby Rose and she was like, this is not a Ruby Rose party, sweetie. This is not a Ruby Rose party. This is a different kind of party. A different kind of caliber of men. It was a specific party hosted by a boy who went to a school in Bulawayo in Escondini. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Let's just leave it at that. So she was like, yeah, he's not gonna know anyone there, so let's just go. And I was like, actually, like, I do know a couple of the boys that go to that other school, so come, let's go. So Serena comes, picks me up with her cousin. We'll call her Venus. I mean, we might as well. So Serena and Venus come pick me up and they're like, okay, hit it to the party, Kimnandi, let's go. And I'm sitting in the car like, I don't want to be out of my house right now. Like, I was listening to Adele. I was crying to Whitney Houston. I do not want to be outside my house right now. We get to the party and I see a couple boys that used to go to Ruby Rose are there. And that, like, my anxiety was like, bitch, he gonna be here. He gonna be here and he gonna be with that hoe, and that hoe is gonna be shoving this man in your face. They're gonna make out in front of you and you're gonna cry. And that's what's gonna happen at this party. So I was just like, I don't wanna do this. Serena was like, no, we are gonna go get a drink and you're gonna calm down. Basically, the party was outside. It was next to the pool, but the pool was empty. It's August. Why did the pool need to be full? It did not. And like the DJ stands and the drinks and stuff is all by the pool house. And next to the pool house is like this outhouse, like a bathroom, right? But all done up very nicely. It's not looking shabby or shanty or anything like that. Yeah, so we go get drinks by the front of the pool house where the DJ is. And then somebody comes out of the house and I recognize this guy. And it turns out that it's his party. And I know this guy because he was cousins with a very good friend of mine. I can't even say I knew this guy. I had met him like twice. I'm like, oh, hi. And he's like, oh, what's up? I didn't know you were going to be here. And I was like, yeah. And he knew my friend, so he was like, oh, I didn't know you guys knew each other, da. You know, all protocol observed and that. So he was like, no, don't drink this stuff. Let me bring you something better. I think it might have been pineapple Ciroc. And I think that might have been the first time I tasted it. And I was like, bitch, this shit is good. This shit is good. I like this. That might have been what it was. I don't really remember what we were drinking that night. And you'll see why, because it wasn't important to the story. We have our drinks and we're chilling, and he's running around taking care of the other guests and stuff. And we got there like around like 4ish in the evening. And this was still like pretty much the end of winter. So it got dark quickly. So I'm chilling with my friends, and he comes to me and he's like, hey, yo, can I ask you a quick question? I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, do you still partake in party favors? Party favors from that other short wine in story time. I'll put the episode. Yeah, I don't know how many episodes I've done, guys. It's been a while. I was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, okay, well, I got a party favor with me, and like, do you want to go partake in this party favor? And I was like, okay. So we go to the outhouse, to the bathroom. And so we get to the outhouse, and the light for the outhouse is not working. So, but this man is like, don't worry about it. We get in, he locks the door. No, Minnie was making excellent decisions at this time. Let me tell you. I went into a dark room with the door locked behind me with a person I had met twice to go indulge in party favors. I was making chef's kiss decisions, guys. Truly, my family would be proud. But after deciding to do the absolute most, we start partaking in this party favor, right? And it was low quality. Let me just say that. It was mid-grade. Not that I would know, guys. Drugs. This guy is like getting twisted. And I'm like, bitch, it is dark in here. What the fuck is gonna happen? Venus comes to the door. That's Serena's cousin. And is fully Maddie banging on the door. Like, I need to pee, open the door. So we open the door, and she sees me come out and him come out behind me. And she looks at me like, Miss Girl, what did you just do? And I'm like, no, it's not what it looks like. Smell me. And then she smelled me, and she was like, oh, okay, party favors, I get you. And then she's like, yeah, but I need to pee, so like, can you wait in here with me? I was like, cool, can you? And so I turned to the guy, I'm like, can you wait outside? So I waited outside. I waited with my homie to pee because she didn't want to pee in the dark. And I can understand that. It's a terrifying thing to have to go through. So she comes out, and he's still waiting by the door. And this guy is now like leaning on the side of the fucking thing. And I'm like, you good, bro? Then he's like, so my friend, Venus goes back to where Serena is. They're chilling, chit-chatting with some girlies that they met. Like, he takes my hand and he's like, I really need to go sit down somewhere. Do you want to come with me? So I was like, yeah. In my mind, I'm thinking he's taking us inside. We're going to go to a well-lit room. Maybe I can even charge my phone. You know, I was thinking we were going to go sit inside somewhere warm, comfy. You know, there was going to be tea and crumpets. We were going to watch The View or something. Child, that was not it. He sat me down outside a shed. Like on concrete blocks outside of a shed. Just a random shed. Just a shed. Corner of the property. He sits us down. Like next to a shed. And I was like, what's 2 + 2 is 4. You know what I mean? We're sitting there, and this man is swaying. He's swaying. And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine. I need to lie down. And I was like, does this now mean that we're going inside? Because when a nigga said he needs to lie down, I know my sister told me, like, if you're not trying to lie down next to him, you need to go. And I was not trying to lie down next to him. So this is what I'm thinking. This man shambara's into my lap. I was like,
oh, no.
Just boop. I decided to just lie like in my lap, and people are walking around because like this is an outdoor party, and people are walking past us, and they're like, what the fuck
is going on in the House of Commons?
So, child, I tell you, it was so weird. So at this stage, I had gum in my pocket, so I took it out and I started chewing because I was like, shit, if this is what it's gonna be, it's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna leave soon. Then he's like, he sits up and he's swaying again, and then he looks at me and he's like, can I kiss you? And I was like, fuck it. I guess that's literally why my girls want me out here in the first place. Might as well. Why did I say yes? Why did I say yes? When I tell you, this nigga leaned in and started kissing me, and his breath was kicking. His breath was hot. Baby, no, man. No, man. It was like he tried to clean the toilet with his mouth and then like wash it down with shisha water. Baby, it was not it. It was not it. It was not it. It was not the vibes. And worse off, look, I know I disobeyed kiss etiquette because I was chewing gum. Because I was chewing gum when we kissed, right? But this man stole my gum. And truly, in as much as I was annoyed, he needed it more than I did. So we stopped kissing and we break apart. And I was like, my friends are looking for me. I've got to go soon. And he's like, no, stay. I was like, no, I really should go. And he's like, just stay. Just stay. Like, there's enough, like, room. You can stay. You can spend the night. I'll take you home in the morning. You what? Negro, please. I was like, nah, okay, let me at least go tell them where I am.
Got it!
I was like, let me go tell them where I am, and I'll come back. When I went to my homies, they're standing in the circle with like some other girls that they had linked with. I was like, we need to go. And they're like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I was like, look at me. We need to go. They're like, what happened? I was like, I made up with this guy, and now he's asking me to stay, and I don't want to stay. I don't want to stay. And they're like, what do you mean? What's going on? I'm like, I will explain in the fucking car. We need to go. So they were like, no, but we wanted to go to Pablo's with these hands, of which I don't know if it was Pablo's or if it was still H2O. So they were like, yeah, we want to go to Pablo's. And I was like, listen, nobody said we had, like, I didn't say we need to go home. I said we need to go. If it's to Pablo's, if it's to Chicken Inn, if it's to heaven, I don't care. We need to vie out of this place. Does this man not find me standing with these hands? And he comes and he's got his arm around my waist. He's like, hey girls, how you doing? How you guys doing? You guys having a good time? This man was twisted. He was gone. I don't know whether it was just the alcohol and the party favors. I don't know how long he had been drinking and party favoring for. I don't know if there was other types of party favors he had been indulging in, but baby, I was ready to fucking roll. I was ready to bounce at that point. So I was like, nah, we think we're gonna stay for a little bit longer. We just want to go get some food first. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. Like, I'll call for food, they'll bring it here. Tell me what you guys want. And we're like, oh, go get the phone so that we can do the order here right now. He stumbles inside to go and look for a phone. And then we see him come out and run to the outhouse. At that point, I was like, I'm gonna go stand outside the gate. If he comes back looking for me, you hoes didn't see me. I was never here. I died. The Lord opened up heaven and just scooped his baby girl out. So they were like, nah, let's actually go. Because this is now around like 8, 9, and we were like over it now. So we decide to vie with these other hands. Anyway, I don't think we ended up going clubbing that night. I do remember ending up home in my bed, and then I ordered dial-a delivery and ate and slept. The next morning, Chile. The next morning, I woke up and I was like, first of all, bitch, why is my entire throat on fire? Why can't I not swallow my own saliva? What is that? What is that about? I couldn't swallow. Like, my tonsils were inflamed. My sinuses were inflamed. My, my lymph nodes was swollen. I was in so much pain. I was swollen all around my neck. And I was like, how did I get sick? So in my head, I was like, I caught a flu. On the way to the party, me, Venus, and Serena were sharing a bottle of something. We're taking a couple of shots in the car. So I texted Serena. I was like, dude. And she's like, hey, what's up? I was like, why did I wake up sick? And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, so I described my symptoms, and she's like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about, but me and Venus are fine. And I was like, that's not good. Because if it had been like anyone that had like shared a cup with or anything like that, then I would have been like, okay, something is wrong. Ciao. So me being WebMD's best friend, I type in all of my symptoms on the shirts, and it's like, congratulations, baby, you got mono. I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way. There's no way I got mono. There's no way. Only for me to text one of my friends that went to a different school, and she was like, yeah, before we broke for August holidays, there was a mono outbreak at our school. And obviously it started among the upper sixes. And so if it started among the upper sixes before the holiday, before exams, you can kind of guess that it probably spread. So I was like, okay, what now? Like, am I gonna die? Because the only thing I knew about mono was what I'd learned from the Glee episode. And I was like, I'm gonna be like absolutely screwed. So I did home remedies, and the symptoms went down, but I was in discomfort for like a week. And I remember when my mom came back, she was like, oh, do you have a cold? I was like, yeah, that must be what it is, girl. After that, I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm never fucking doing this again. This whole get over one person by getting under another. This is how you end up with mononucleosis. So you don't want that. You don't want those problems, and you don't want that smoke. So yeah, guys, that is the story time of how I went to a house party in my A-level year. I left with a heartbreak and came home with a heartbreak and mononucleosis. Exciting times. Shout out WebMD, because I didn't know. I didn't even know. And it was like, oh, get antibiotics. I was like, from where? How am I going to go to a doctor and say this is what I was doing when my doctor knows my mother? I didn't need those. I didn't need that. Shout out to WebMD for the home remedies that they suggested, because they actually worked. The moral of the story is, please stop kissing people behind sheds at house parties. What are you doing? What are you doing, sis? But yeah, guys, that is the end of the story time. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and it feels amazing to be back. All things being equal, I will be able to post more content more often to keep more of you guys more entertained than you already are. And yeah, if you haven't already done it, like, subscribe, comment, share, do the most. Do the most, child, do the most. Thank you so much for coming back. I promise not to keep you waiting 9 months this time, because that was a little bit crazy. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming, and I will see you in the next video. Love and light. Bye.
I'ma put a work on you, baby.
I am now realizing we forgot to finish our drink. Bye.